Back to more Tiny Tina's 100% playthrough with your host, Big John. What's happening, everybody? So last we left off, we were in the Drowned Abyss, and I was trying to finish up some loose ends. As you guys can see, we've done everything there is to do. There's rune switches, poetry pages, poetry page. Lucky dice have been collected. I did that off camera in my free time because it was one dice, and I didn't feel like have you guys watch me wander around for several hours. So, on that note, we're gonna finish. We finished up at the Drowned Abyss. We're gonna go back to the overworld, and we're gonna go look for more of the other stuff we haven't finished. Sadly to say, guys, I feel like I should I think I'm gonna start another character. The reason being because we've done what needs to be done with this character. I've maxed out at level 40. We're just doing mythic rank at this point. I know there's a bunch of 100% stuff left to do, but I feel like you guys want to see more. You guys don't want to just see me play the same old character. Yeah, spell shot, we get it. You know, I dual wield 2 spells, reduce the cooldown to 0, and just throw spells constantly. That's fun and all. But there's other classes, other combinations of stuff we can do that I think would be really cool to check out. I'm not going to 100% the entirety of the third playthrough, but I'll still live stream all of it. I'll probably I take that back. I'll probably 100% the next playthrough as well, but that is something I'll do in my own time, not on camera. I'll do a third playthrough cuz my whole thing was I wanted to also another thing I wanted to do with this game, because there are so many combinations of different classes you can play as and different ways to play through the game, I think what we do next is a melee only build, like no guns, weapons only. Like I thought about doing that, maybe running the guns we're only allowed to run or launchers and or guns to help us get up, to help us with death saves. So what we have here is all we have left are 5. Oh, we have 7 lucky dice left to collect and a rune switch at Crackmass Cove. That's the last 2 items at Crackmass Cove. Look, that's it. 7 lucky dice. 7 though. Wow. Did I really miss that many? Not just that, there's 22 lucky dice in this area. Why so many? Like that's the most I've seen out of a normal area. But yeah, guys, the reason I wanted to do like another playthrough with a different character, just to try it out, see. And now that I know and have the knowledge that I have of this game, I want to try a third playthrough with a different character, but with all the knowledge I've gathered so far. So I know, all right, this is where I want to farm early game to get a decent weapon, make it easier for me on the mid game, kind of stuff. Fortnite just installed. Comment below if you guys are down to see me do Fortnite again. As of course we are in Crackmass Cove, so we got to stop by and do our first battle. We got to do the obelisk challenge. Go for a different version of the liquid coolant. Also, guys, I was playing through Borderlands 2 again the other day, and that was actually pretty fun. I've been playing through that. Luckily, I'm doing it on my Switch, and so my first playthrough of it, I picked 0. Not really first playthrough. It's a fresh save files and stuff on the Switch, so there's no pre-built characters or nothing like that from previous gameplays. So, whole new character. I picked 0, obviously, because 0's my favorite to try to, speed run through the story with. Mostly because with 0, he's really good with the boar ability. Because once you get boar, you can spec. All you need to do is spec down the boar. You don't need critical ascension, which is the last skill in that tree. You just need to work on get to boar, and then from boar, you go down the other tree. With the kunai and the depth's mark and stuff like that, you go down that tree and you get some decent skill abilities. Oh, no liquid coolant. We're not farming this character. I'm not doing that. But yeah, I was playing through that. So for those of you that don't know, in Borderlands 2, the very first mini boss you come across is Knuckle Dragger. Well, a lot of people may not know still. If you don't know, a little surprised. The game's been out for a minute, so a good bit of you may already know. For those that you don't know, Knuckle Dragger actually has a dedicated legendary drop that he has a very, very, very small percent chance to drop. He can drop the Hornet Pistol, which comes in corrosive, and it's a really good first starter weapon. Problem is, it's level 0 most of the time. It's like 9 times out of 10, it's level 0. I think I might have gotten a level 2 or something. Oh, cool. A lucky dice we did not have. That's 16 out of 22. But yeah, so I got lucky the other day, and like the odds of Knuckle Dragger dropping the Hornet on your first run are like 0.01. They're very low, and I mean like ridiculously low. And I somehow got lucky the other day, and I got like I was sitting there, I was playing, I was like, oh man, because I was thinking, should I farm Bullymog to get the Hornet for the early game, because it'll really help against Captain Flint, because he's really fire focused, but at the same time, if you have the Hornet, it deals corrosive damage, and corrosive is actually super effective against non-armored enemies. Not as strong against, not as effective, but it's still better than just regular bullets against normal enemies. So I got lucky, and I got a Hornet, my first kill of Knuckle Dragger, like the original kill you're supposed to do to get the eye back. He dropped the Hornet, and I was like, fuck, that's my lucky day. And I was like, all right, I want to farm for better parts. So I did, and I got one slightly worse on accuracy and handling, but it had a Malawan sight with a Jacob's grip. Or no, not Jacob's. It was either Jacob's or Dahl. I think it had the matching grip, because the Hornet's a Dahl manufactured weapon. And now that I'm speaking, I'm like, oh my god. I don't have as much knowledge on these games as, like, say, some of the people that have had hours and hours sunk into them, but I do have a decent knowledge, considering that I've played these games most of my, if not all of my life. Sad to say, I didn't discover the Borderlands games like most people. I owned Borderlands 2 on the Xbox 360 back when I was 16, so about 10 years ago. Back when everybody was playing like Call of Duty and stuff online and all these different multiplayer games. I went a long time without having internet as a kid, so I played a lot of games with story modes. And I couldn't connect my Xbox to the internet, so at the time, I was playing Borderlands 2 vanilla. And when I say vanilla, I'm talking about like 1.00 version of BL2. Like old BL2. Like I could have done the glitches with the guns. Like all the glitches were still there. It had 0 patch. I'm talking about day 1 release version of Borderlands 2. Because I didn't connect my Xbox to the internet, so the game never updated. And back in the day, if you didn't, the full game came on the disc, and if you didn't update it, you just had the release version of the game, which had some issues. Like I'll never forget playing as an also the max level was like 50. I had none. That's the shit part about all that, was I had none of the DLCs, none of the Headhunter stuff. I had the baseline Borderlands 2, because it was just the default version. And then with but what interested me in this whole franchise was the story being told in Borderlands 2, and I wanted to learn the lore of each character because I had played it so much. So I played Borderlands 1. I got the Game of the Year edition, and I played through all the DLCs. What's up, anime? And the DLCs for Borderlands 1 were okay. They weren't the best. They were kind of ass, not gonna lie. But it was still fun. I'm also playing through Borderlands 1 again, because why not? I don't know. Something I always find myself going back and playing Borderlands, the first and the second. Occasionally I'll pick up the pre-sequel, but then I'll remind myself, this is why you don't like the pre-sequel.
Can't beat that puzzle.
Yeah. I still feel like that should have just been a 5th DLC, honestly. Like, you guys, they didn't need to make it a full-fledged game. Why is the rune switch starting all the way over there? Oh, this puzzle's gonna suck, isn't it? Yep. Because I might not have taken the right route. Oh, fuck me. Shite and Shiza. Is it on the roof? Fucking better not be. Piss off, dogfish. Is it on the... Why? It's on... Well, I guess it's time for us to start a new character now. Yeah, no, on that note. Have fun. Enjoy your day at school. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's time to start a different character. We're just gonna... New game. I could do it intense. Players deal 15% less damage. Enemies deal 15% more damage. But you get 15% bonus gold, moon orb drops. Using correct element damage is more important on certain enemies. Okay. I'm going to do balance. We're not going to do co-opetition. We're going to do cooperation. Because, you know, anybody that wants to join gets a chance. No, I'm skipping this. You guys have seen it twice already from my channel. I don't need to play through the intros again.
Borderlands. A world forged by wonder and ruled by fate. The battle between these powers has raged since the beginning. Evil and...
Character creation. So I thought Clawbringer, but Clawbringer's supposed to be like... The hammer ability for the Clawbringer is supposed to be like the fucking finishing thing. Spell Shot was fun. But Polymorph is okay for some people. I personally would just get him to Ambidextrous. What I thought about doing is a Graveborn mixed with a Berserker. But at the same time, I thought about doing Berserker and Stabomancer. Part of me says that I have a Graveborn class. I need to do like a Graveborn and not Spore Warden. Like I want to do like Berserker and Stabomancer. I want to do like a melee, strictly melee build. Because if I do Berserker, but my buddy's already done Berserker and Stabomancer because the melee build on it. What I was thinking was just doing Clawbringer and Berserker, but starting with Berserker and doing a subclass of Clawbringer. But I've already done that, so like that's the problem I'm having is picking. You want to mix and match, but you at the same time you want to have like some good shit. Reaper of the Bones. The Fate Maker is fully healed, gains increased Lich efficiency, and deals bonus dark magic damage. But their health takes an ever increasing amount of damage per second. Fuck. Why would you? Clawbringer feels like it's supposed to make the game. Graveborn's supposed to make this harder. I don't get a pet on this. I just Rage of the Ancients, action skill, Fate Maker becomes enraged, being enraged, adds bonus frost damage to their attacks. Fate Maker spins, slashing anything nearby with their melee weapon, and instantly becoming a pain tornado. The Fate Maker leaps towards their target, dealing frost damage and to nearby. Oh, okay. So we've done Stabomancer, Clawbringer, Spell Shot, Spore Warden. All that's left is Berserker and Graveborn. Oh, your Reaper of Bones action skill says whenever a Fate Maker would die, and they instead become invulnerable for a short period of time. So sadly, I think what we're going to have to do now, I want to do the ultimate melee build, which is Berserker and Stabomancer, but I wonder if I could do Berserker and Clawbringer. You know, guys? Because the Clawbringer has a bunch of good stuff to add, like the Storm Dragon's Judgment and stuff. But you also get a lot of passive melee abilities. Because this class also cares about melee, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do... Whereas my buddy did Stabomancer and Berserker, I'm going to do Berserker and Clawbringer. Because I want to do... For the Clawbringer, I want I want
Ha! Just
I'm at a loss for...
now that is a look.
Even the fearsome get...
What suits me?
I must evolve yet again.
My image is in need of refinement.
Ha! Justice is...
Ha ha! Now this is the look of a hero. Oh yeah, I've got the goods.
I haven't done this yet, just hitting random and seeing what pops up. Oh, what the hell? This is weird. That'll do. Alright, that's good. Continue. Alright, so we can get, this will affect wisdom and intelligence, but give us +8 in strength, which is good, because we're going to want all our points into strength and dexterity. Like, we won't give a shit about intelligence and wisdom. We're going to go full smashy smash. This is usually what I pick, raised by elves. You get a +2 atonement and a +4 dexterity. Feeble monk, failed monk. Yeah, my buddy picked failed monk. Yeah, which actually lowers your strength and your... You can pick Village Idiot. You're not smart or wise, but you're strong as hell. Which is what I might pick as Village Idiot, because Rogue Anthems reduces Dexterity and Constitution. Constitution is like negative... No, I'm not doing that. I'd rather go with Village Idiot, because I'm not going to need Intelligence and Wisdom. And I can easily fix the Intelligence and Wisdom later. Let's go ahead and start off with 20. I've seen speedrunners just immediately sink everything into strength, where your crit damage is like maxed out. But I think I'm going to do 23. No, we'll do 20. We'll put our crit to 20. This to 20. Put that to 15. Give us a +10. And then give us a 13 in health. Because we don't have a negative in health, so we'll have a +10% crit chance, 12%, and then as we go, we'll gradually get stronger. We'll add to it. I'm not going to be newbie. Edit player name. I forgot I have to open keyboard, and he's going to be global. Nope, global. That works. He's global now. Yep, it's a new character.
Valentine, you've just drawn your own face over the character sheet?
It said draw your hero, and I'm my own hero.
Okay. And Fret, it says your starter sword does murder 1,000 damage?
My bad. I left off a 0.
Okay, no plan! Fred and Valentine can't be trusted with pencils, let alone dice. So it is up to you, newbie. You are the Fate Maker. And these fools shall be thine advisors, I guess.
Fine. I advise that you better be a badass. We're here to slay evil and get gold.
I know you see me as a role model. Follow my lead and you'll be a great fate maker.
Alright, one last thing. Bunkers and Badasses is a role-playing game, baby. That means you do not break character voice. Kapiski? Break me off a piece of that.
I am destined for greatness and glory. This quest is merely the start of my legend.
Tasty. Now, prepare to enter a world of fantasy.
I don't see anything.
You gotta imagine it, knucklehead.
Just close your eyes and wonder. You have arrived in the Snoring Valley, an unassuming and peaceful corner of the Queendom that harbors a dark secret.
But yeah, guys, the thing I was thinking of the other day was
Heeding the call of the Queen herself.
Gearbox missed
The
out
Queen herself.
big time.
What could she want of us?
They could have easily done something with Poetry Page, Lucky Dice, Snoring Valley. Oh wow, the game already registered that I have found all 4 dice in the Snoring Valley. Yeah, it already says Snoring Valley progression, 57% out of, yeah.
Will soon reawaken. We must
So
find
let's
this
go find
stone
the other
and
stuff.
prevent his resurrection.
What I'm hearing is we get to whoop his ass.
Here's a little cheat sheet to track your health and map and stuff.
So yeah, basically, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Gearbox missed something big. Like, for the first DLC, instead of it being whatever the fuck it is, they could have done something huge by letting us revisit the original Bunkers and Badasses area. Yeah, the first DLC could have had you revisiting the unassuming Doc from Borderlands 2, going back to that part of the game. They could have reused old assets, remastered a bunch of them, and given it to people and been like, hey, check this shit out. Like, they didn't have to do what they did. They could have actually done something with the story. Even if it was reusing old stories. Give us the old stuff with the new characters that we have, and let us explore it that way. It would have been so much better than handing us some bullshit cash grab. Which is what I feel like it was when it came to the DLC that they released. It was just a cash grab. That's all it was. A shameless attempt at just, you know, going after people's money. Like, nobody's going to want to pay. That should have been a Headhunters kind of DLC, not the first DLC in what was supposed to be a long line of 4. It's sad. It's like they did with Borderlands 3 and the Battle Pass and the Season Pass 2.
The world was too much for this breach.
Season Pass 2 was supposed to have a whole new lineup of DLCs and shit. And instead, what we ended up getting in return was 2 DLCs and a bunch of extra bullshit nobody fucking wanted.
You recognize one of the Queen's waystones. It seems to close.
Bro, we essentially got a fucking bingo card for $20
Granting you the power of
in a 4th skill tree. They're like, yeah, here's a 4th skill tree and a bingo card. Good luck.
Queen,
It's like nobody wants to play bingo,
She's
dude.
guiding us on our
Like,
quest.
I stopped playing Borderlands
Fair enough,
3
baby.
not only
The trail
because
of
I have a modded
spectral
character
footprints leads
and I've
out
done
into the
everything that
woods.
there is to do, but because
A fallen
those
tree
DLCs
falls
don't
from
hold my
above.
attention.
What you gonna do about it, huh?
I cast identify
It's sad.
tree.
I played through both of them. One of them's a bunch of murder mystery side quests that don't really do a whole lot in the lines of progressing any storytelling. And then
Ahead, the glint of edged steel beckons you forward. Some hot lumberjane has left her axe in a stump.
Yeah, it's just sad. It says I've collected all 4 dice from here already, but I've never found a lucky dice in this area whatsoever. I will take that exo.
This steel feels like it was meant for me.
Love a good axe. Great for cleaving, hacking, even a good old-fashioned chop.
Yeah, they could have done so
Kid
much
Mouse is
more
covered over nearby.
with the freaking first the first DLC. Like, they missed a huge mark on that one for doing something great. Like, that sets the tone for the rest of the DLCs to come out. Is like, if your first one sucks, it's gonna encourage people to not want to buy the others. Which, like, if I'm being honest, guys, if the DLCs are just mindless cash grabs like that, where it's just if they're not, let me put this in a more simpler way. If they're not story-based DLCs, I don't fucking want them. I'd rather not. I'd rather save my money and do something else. Honestly, if they're not going to be story-based and, you know, give us a whole new world to explore with new characters, new stories to follow, like most people would expect from a D&D game, then I don't want it. Because why would I want to play a game like that?
You have defeated the crabs!
Yeah.
Luckily, they were carrying their life savings for some reason. All yours now.
You know what I mean, though? Like, why would you waste your money on something that's not a story? It doesn't do much to progress. Like, it doesn't give you another story to play through. There's not a level cap increase when you buy it. Why would I want it? If you're going to keep the level at level 40, I'll play through the game as is and not have to worry about anything else. I would buy the DLCs for the a level cap increase so I can get past level 40. Like,
That's right. The Queen has ruled the Wonderland.
you get what I'm saying, guys? Like, they miss so much. Like, we don't want... I know it's supposed to be a different game for Borderlands, all the other Borderlands. It's supposed to be a whole different LP, different... all that. That doesn't mean you change up everything about the game. Yeah. Like, you could have kept the what made the other game great. Like, you could have kept that great instead of changing it. Because those games, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Shrine floor rises beneath you. From here, you can spy a quaint little village nestled in the bodacious bosom of the valley. Beyond it, a dark and ancient castle lurks lurkingly.
Doubtless the Dragon Lord has made his foul nest within...
You will never reach the dice!
Skeleton ambush!
Go break some bones, Fate Maker.
I'm a talking skeleton!
Not for long. No, you're dead, Skelly.
Are you really so eager for destruction?
Don't turn my ear! You don't stand a ghost of a kid! Bound by spiritual power! Die to my Holy crap, they might reach the Dark Master! I gotta book it!
Yeah. Whatever he's talking about. There's a loot chest up on that tower. Get them loots.
I am Ribula, faithful servant of the Dragon Lord. Tell me where his tomb is, or I'll make you a skeleton too!
Damn it.
I don't know. I swear it on the Queen's diamond tail.
Lies! You are soaked skeleton! Spread out, my undead hordes! We must find the master!
By the way, guys, I played SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom yesterday for 9 hours with my wife. We literally just sat here playing that for hours. She played, I helped whenever she needed help.
Ooh, you found a ward. That's like a magical shield above your health.
And what got me stuck was that Larry race on Sand Mountain. Man.
Uh-oh, a rock slide bars your way to the village.
We're ruined! All is lost!
Very heroic. Tina, can we blow up the rocks?
Sorry, it's impossible. Without explosives!
Victory! I never lost hope.
Ahead, you hear the roar of raging fire and the clackety-clackety of bones! Ooh, the village is already ransacked and crawling with skilly men.
We're here to avenge the village.
Come on, Garafax. You're a powerful wizard who has seen 20 sides of the world. You floated like a leaf upon the Wibbleston winds. You spoke the banishing words at Hallgrim's Pass. Just because you've retired to this anonymous village doesn't mean you've lost your magic. If you can just master this ice spell again, maybe the rest will come back too.
Huh. That's weird. I would assume something would be there. Ain't over here.
Darkness, please, before the light!
An extra powerful skeleton arises! A badass!
Leave a disgusting right off those bones!
A single villager remains. She's alive in the carnage. But she look bad, baby. She looks like she's about to die.
Might as well save her peasant ass.
Thank you for saving my peasant ass, stranger. How can I ever repay you?
A hero's work is its own reward. I am on a quest to defeat the Dragon Lord!
You're a fate maker. I knew the prince would send us a hero. The tomb is in the crypt below Castle Herefast. You must hurry before his minions find it.
The tomb is inside a crypt. The perfect hiding place.
May the Queen's favor see.
The ruins of Castle Harrowfast are just out yonder. Which is fantasy for saying. It's over there, baby.
I sense
Fantasy
the
for saying it's
dragon
over there,
lord's
baby.
presence. His tomb is somewhere beneath these ruins. Find
Shenanigans.
him, fellow skeletons.
Wait. I thought we already beat the Dragon Lord.
What? That was forever ago. He's a necromancer. It's hard to legit kill him to death. After you guys went bony toe to toe, Queen Butt Stallion locked his butt away in a dusty tomb for a few hundo years.
How swift they fall.
What's poppin'? First playthrough? No, third. This is my third time playing through. I got bored. I have a spell shot slash clawbringer that I've been trying to 100% through the game with. This is just new setup, new character. I randomized the way he looks, so I didn't do that. The game was like, hey, your character's gonna look like Sonic the Hedgehog on meth. So we got Sonic the Hedgehog on meth. But yeah, no, I've already got a maxed out level 40 character that I just got bored playing with because I was doing a 100% playthrough with him, and now all that's left to do with that character is just tediously go through the different areas, collect all the dice, the scrolls, and so forth. And I was like, I want to try out different combinations of characters and like different classes combinations and see how they work with each other. So this one's going to be heavily focused on melee. This time we're going to do Berserker and Clawbringer because that combination right there. I did Spell Shot and Clawbringer, but I only did Clawbringer for the companion. I'm probably going to change it to Spell Shot and Graveborn. This is going to be Berserker and Clawbringer because I want that melee damage. So Berserker does Frost, and Clawbringer does Shock and Fire. So you get a bunch of passive abilities with them. Go here. Go here.
What's that scroll
Poetry
upon
page.
yonder parchment? Verily, 'tis a poem.
Nice.
Surely the author would be glad to see its safe return.
Oh, well, if you want to check out some gameplay, I've done roughly about 20 plus episodes of me playing this game.
So, Tina.
If you want to check it out on the channel, it's out there. I do have my first impressions playthrough of it, which with my character I call Big John. And then I also have, ooh, that's good. So that was my first impressions, like me playing through for the first time, and then I have my 100% playthrough where I literally go through and collect every last item I possibly can.
This world is not for you.
Oh.
I shall uphold my oath.
Oh, that's dope. I'm a pain tornado. But yeah, that's what I'm doing on the channel is and I also give my opinions based off of like what's coming out with the game because I really like this game And I've been following the Borderlands franchise for a hot minute now. I'm just sad that the first DLC was terrible. But that shouldn't be a deterrent from buying this game. It is really fun and a great play. Like, if you want to go strictly melee, they've made it where you can do that. You want to be a gunslinging madman, they've got guns for you that do all sorts of shit. It's a great game. And they don't even pay me to say that. They don't, yeah, Gearbox pays me nothing to sit here and be like, oh yeah, you guys, buy this game. It's great. It's a hell of a lot of fun. Oh, spellbook. So we got a frost spell.
I must weave this magic with honor.
Weave this magic with honor.
You can cast the frost spell to tame the
Ice bandage is extra
Also
strong
true.
against the undead.
Very
They got
true.
none of that greasy flesh to keep as well.
Now, how do we get into the tomb crypt?
Yeah, so the meta for this game is always do frost. Frost damage is always best. Nope. Because most things are either going to be skelly dudes or something.
The floorboards of the throne hall seem rotten. Brittle.
Whack. And bada boom. Didn't want to go that way yet. Hold on. Yeah.
Magic time!
Yeah, I did. I lied. Game, let me fall.
The bone
Don't
dry
catch me.
air of the crypt whips past you as you hurtle down into the depths of the castle.
Hero slam.
Smells of old stone.
Old stone and older secrets.
Being a duchess
Excelsior.
sucks. My servants suck. And prophecies? I spit upon prophecies.
Oh, that's a great question.
Because they suck.
So guns are okay.
My family
They're
has clung to this
they're
stupid
good.
prophecy.
Don't get me wrong.
Heroes must guard
But
over these lands,
you can
lest
do
the glory
builds
evil rise
where
again. Well, guess what? These
lady,
lands
shut the fuck up,
suck.
Duchess.
I'm getting out of here. One last meal, and I'm moving to the capital. Food's not bad, though.
And poisoned.
Guards!
So yeah, guns are good.
Poison tester.
They have a lot of cool weapons with a lot of references. Once you get to the legendaries, they're good. But
Hear a rumble and a booming laugh that seems to come from all around.
my personal favorite has to be the spell shot, because that one of the action skills is you can dual wield spells, and if you do your hero stats right, if you do your hero stats correctly, you can max out intelligence, which reduces your spell's cooldown by an enormous amount. Like my main character that's level 40, I have maybe a 6-second cooldown on any spell. Some spells aren't supposed to have that short of a cooldown. They're a little busted if they have that. So, yeah, I have a 6-second spell cooldown, so I'm always throwing spells, and it's good. You melee wise, a buddy of mine, Happy Dragon Games, he also is doing a playthrough, and he did a strictly melee build. So he did Stabomancer and Berserker, all for melee effects. But I didn't want Stabomancer. I didn't want to copy what he did. I wanted to do Berserker and Clawbringer, because the Berserker, his ability gives you frost damage upon melee attacks. Right here, you are like one of the first abilities you can point into. Gives increased frost damage, which means weapons and stuff like that will have passive frost effect, and it's pretty dope. I want to know what this does though. Kill skill. The Fate Maker's remaining action skill cooldown is reduced by a percentage. If his action skill is currently active, restore a percentage of its duration instead. I'm gonna kill the sun. What? What the fuck? Okay, that's not how that works. But honestly, if I had to pick, I would rather have melee. I would rather have a melee weapon and a sword, melee weapon and a sword, or spell and melee weapon, instead of a gun.
I found it.
The guns are good, but I personally, I like slinging spells and smacking the crap out of these guys.
He's gonna resurrect the Dragon Lord.
I should have done the passive frost damage. I didn't even think about it. I do like the dialogue of the skeletons, though. They do say some nonsense, man. Like occasionally you'll hear them go, "Ooh, I'm a spooky skeleton!" Rah! I'm like, but, or he's like, "I'm a talking skeleton." Oh, no, you're not scary. It's like a kid's toy talking to me. You're possessed and terrifying at some point, but I'm not gonna do anything about it. Yes, absolutely. It is. If you've ever played any of the Borderlands games whatsoever, this game has farms for you. Except the cool part is a lot of the bosses that have like the good loot are obelisk bosses, and you can save quit, and they have a dedicated spot. You just go activate the obelisk, kill off all the minions to summon the big baddie. You summon the big baddie, kill him, and there's a chance he'll drop a weapon. So at Queen's Gate, there's an obelisk. And one of his drops, he's a troll, and one of his dedicated drops is a vampire gun that's a reference to Full Metal Alchemist. It's a Tediore weapon that when you throw it, it causes a blood blade storm that it saps out half your health on when you reload, but it only does it the one time. So after you're at half health, you could just keep reloading and throwing out blood storm tornadoes and stuff. It's really cool. Yeah, this game's pretty much Borderlands meets Dungeons and Dragons with the whole looter shooter aspect from Borderlands, and then you have like stats, characters, and then shit like this. Look. She's going through the bunkers, badasses
I got
guide.
a special figurine for this guy. 1 second. Rising before you is
It's also why you find lucky dice. They're D20s.
It's Ribula. Roll for initiative.
Tremble before Ribula.
I'm not trembling.
Both. I know that sounds super weird, but both. So it's open world in a sense where you can travel through the overworld. So it's open world. You have an overworld area where you can go to different little places, which then open up to a different area, and you can explore that area, so forth. Yeah, Diablo 2 was both. Yeah, pretty much. I didn't even think of it that way. It does put off kind of like a Diablo 2 kind of vibe, where you have somewhat of a linear path you have to go, but it's also encouraging you to just kind of wander around the map a bit and look for all the different secrets to find, which is really fun. Different puzzles you got to solve to maybe get to a lucky dice or find a scroll or a lost poetry page. The more lucky dice you find, the higher your luck goes up, which means you have a better chance of getting legendaries. And when your luck's maxed out, at some point, it starts playing like Borderlands 3, and everything drops a legendary. Oh, that's a lot of ouch. Ribula, piss off. Rip boy. Nope, yep, I'm down. Am I really gonna die? No. Nah. Who am I kidding? Ribula! Fear my wrath! Not today, bud. I had a ward. I had all my wards. Lick my axe. Nah, I'm gonna beat you to death. You don't get to live. Feel my wrath. Murder. By the way, they changed in the update. These are no longer spawning as purples. They spawn as yellows with an uncommon like tint to them. He dropped 2 heads. Both the same head. He dropped the same head. What the heck? Alright, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and spec into frost damage. I did spec into a little bit of melee just to get some melee damage up. But I definitely, with like the upcoming fights being mostly skeleton dudes, I definitely want, definitely we're going to want some frost damage as a passive ability. Let's go ahead and whack the, oh, I'm not supposed to break that. It's the imprisonment of the Dragon Lord. Fuck you, dragon bitch. I'll fight you. I'll punch your balls. Punch your balls. Punch him. I have a 3. Lick my taint, you filthy skelly bitch. You necromancer fuck. Fear the pain of my level 2 axe. Have at thee. Get your nasty foot out of my face. God knows where you've been stepping in, you filthy grave monkey.
Sent
Ah!
before. I wonder.
Oh God. You are not alone in that thought process, my friend. You are 100% right on that. Borderlands 3 will go down as the game with the drops. Like, I think they fixed that in this one, which is crazy because Borderlands 3, I will never forget. I live streamed that. I'm playing on PS4. Yeah, but Borderlands 3, the legendary drop rate was busted. It's like they listened to people complain about the drop rate in Borderlands 2 and were like, okay, here, we'll fix it. But they made it to the point where, like, in Borderlands, oh, it's got a better attack speed. Oh, but it's got, oh, it's so bad. So bad. But yeah, Borderlands 3 just had too many drops. I'm sorry. It defeated the purpose of legendaries. Like, I get, like, legendaries are supposed to be, like, sought after, special little items. And they were like, here's all of them. I can't tell you how many times I'd play, and after a while, I just started ignoring them. Like, if it wasn't exactly the legendary I was looking for, I just walked past it because I had so many on my character.
Wait a minute.
And I've got a flak that me and a buddy glitched out, and he's got like modded weapons and points in every skill and on all 4 skill trees. But that's another thing that's upset me about this game is there's already people who have modded weapons, who have weapons with broken. Like I've played a couple games with a few people, and this dude pulled out a spell, and it looked just like my spell, except it was like rapid fire and shot out a bunch of projectiles at once, and it was crazy. My high level, the menus? What do you mean by menus? I mean in the like mythic rank and stuff? Yeah, we can come back to this character real quick. Let me just go to the overworld. I'm gonna have it take me to the overworld so we can get that progression done. Yes, spells are items. So in the game, you don't learn spells, you find them. And that changes a lot about how the game works. So, spells, you have to find them, and you can find like legendary spells. Some of my favorites, some of my favorite legendary spells are pretty wacky and goofy. And super like busted shenanigans stuff. One of them, one spell is a corrosive spell, and I can show you guys real quick. Let me go ahead and save quit. Now that we're in the overworld, I'm gonna switch over to my my maxed out character. Got you, no problem. I'm gonna switch over to the maxed out level. We're gonna switch to IY. This guy, I probably picked the wrong voice for this dude because he looks super creepy. All right, so we're gonna load character. So we have Global, level 3. Big John, which was my first playthrough. He's a Stabomancer / Spore Warden. And then my favorite is IY, my max level 40. Sadly. Yeah, playtime. I've played 1 day, 1 hour, and 1 minute as IY. 15 hours. It took me 15 hours to beat the game. And then I've only played 26 minutes. So we're going to select this character. Back. Did it let me select my character? Yes. Cool. Continue. I was at Crack Mask Cove last. No problem. Anytime. But spells are items, and I got some pretty cool spells. One of them lets you shoot marshmallows at people. Oh, it is a very long game. My big, because after you beat the game, there's something called Chaos Chambers. You go through the trials to increase your Chaos level, and it's like the Mayhem mode in Borderlands 3, except it goes up to like 35 or something. The Chaos levels just increase. They get harder. And it's busted. And you can get chaotic weapons that do twice as much damage as what your base weapon's going to do at level 40. So here's my maxed out level character. As you can see, I've spec'd mostly into spell weaving and then partly into Clawbringer because Clawbringer has these abilities. Like, I'm pretty sure if I'd only spec'd 3 into here, 2 into this, and gone down, I would have been able to make it further down the list, but I wanted all 5 points into Rebuck. The Fate Maker gains increased damage reduction. So why wouldn't I want that? So I get I get 15% damage reduction, and any damage dealt to me, I deal 20% of that damage back as lightning damage. That's the main reason I picked Clawbringer, is because you get a bunch of passive abilities. Also, after you beat the game and you finished the main storyline, you can go to your new U station and you can change your secondary class. So your first class, which for me is Spell Shot, will always be Spell Shot. And then I could change the second one. So I could do Spell Shot, Graveborn, so forth. Then you have your Myth rank, which goes, when I say clockwise, you have to, you can only put one skill into each of these. They're not all going to be unlocked right away. You have to, after level 40, this unlocks. And this is like your bonus tree from Borderlands 2. So you get to spec into these skills, but 1 point at a time, and occasionally each time you spec into like a different one of these, it opens up a different path on the tree, and you can go so forth. And you got like Druid, which focuses on like wisdom and stuff. Archmage, which I put all 20 points into intelligence, because that's also how you increase your hero stats with those ranks, is they'll increase your hero stats over time. Like this stops at 30. I have it at 38 because I put 10 points. I got 10 extra points for intelligence. If I'd have maxed out my intelligence, I'd be at 40 right now, and I'd probably have a 30% cooldown reduction on all my skills. But as you can see, I gave zero craps about wisdom or atonement, and mostly just went for crits, crit damage, crit chance, spells, cooldown, and HP. That's it. And then over here is Chaos Mode, which is what you get with the Chaos Chambers. I'm only at level 2. But Chaotic Gear drop chance, that's the good stuff. You want the Chaotic Gear, the Pendulum Gear drop chance. Those show up later. So, let's see. Inventory. This is what my inventory looks like so far. As you can see, I've been very, very busy. Yeah. Wait till you see the dope spells. I'm going to show you some more of the silly ones. We do have silly melee weapons. You got a peg leg, a sword that shoots out an energy blast, or it does like an energy slash, which these are good. Anytime if you get the game, keep an eye out. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's a Torg weapon, and meleeing with it causes a slash. But the slash, echo. Melee attacks deal 10% of non-melee damage dealt by Fate Makers over the last 10 seconds as bonus damage, and this resets this bonus. So basically, this sword does a slash that goes through the air, like a ranged attack, and it counts as a melee attack. So you can reach items that require you to melee them from a distance, and so I use this sword to cheese out a lot of the lucky dice. Like if I can see the lucky dice but can't figure out how to get to it, I can take this sword, swing at the air, and there's a good chance I'm going to hit it with that little slash that I admit, and it'll trigger the lucky dice, so I don't have to go find it. So, the spells. We have Saw Blades of Decay, which shoots out saw blades from your fingertips. This one, Gelatinous Cube of Nemesis. Let's go ahead and just equip the Gelatinous Cube of Nemesis. One other spell. Where's the barrel? There's a sparrow. Gelatinous Cube of Parting Clouds. That's another Gelatinous Cube. Oh, I can also shoot marshmallows at people. So I can shoot Jello cubes and marshmallows at people if I felt like it. That's my favorite part about spells in this game, is they're just so goofy. Saw Blades of Decay, you literally shoot out saw blades. Like, I think I stashed away the other spell, which if I did, I did. I'm an idiot. So I have a fire spell that shoots out marshmallows, which this might be it, Inflammation of Aragacy or whatever. I have my best spells favorited. So this. Okay, that's what that is. That's exactly what I would. All right, so that's a flamethrower out of my hand. This, I shoot Jello cubes. Just throw in Jello cubes. All right, so that's that. Oh, I always favorite my legendaries so I don't lose them. because if I want to, I can just go through real quick and go sell, 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 and sell everything really quick. Solid Blades of Decay. We got a Parlic Glacier of Cascade. And then I have another spell. Where is it? Ah! So I've been running 2 ice spells, but one of them's not ice. It lied. It's not ice. It's just one. Yeah. It's ice and fire and electrical. It's all 3 elements, but it says it does frost. It's 3 elements in one. And then that. Like if I wanted to, I could do a Todoroki spell build. Yeah, there's different variants of spells and different ability, like different versions of the spell. I own 2 versions of the Gelatinous Cube. So you have Gelatinous Cube of the Nemesis, and then if you go down, we have Gelatinous Cube of Parting Clouds. Don't know why it's called that. It just is. But they have different abilities, different effects, different attributes. It's all different. It's weird at the same time. Yes, you can have no. So my class is the only class that is allowed to have 2 spells. Most, if not all, characters, unless you run Spell Shot, to have 2 spells, you have to do Spell Weaving. You have to do the Spell Shot class, and then what you one of the abilities on Spell Shot. Yes. So the Spell Shot has Ambihextrous. The Fate Maker may equip a second spell in his inventory. Whenever a Fate Maker presses R1, cast that spell. So basically, you give up an action skill to run 2 spells instead. And for people that might argue that, oh, but you want your action skill. No. I don't want my action skill. I want 2 spells. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but having 2 spells is way cooler than having an action skill and a spell. Because I can do this. Fuck that shark. Wait for that shark to pop up. Nope, fuck that guy too. Whoop, bye. That's look, boom, already redone. 3, 2, look at that cooldown. And then I have a giant sword too. Like, oh, get smacked. Smack. 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 Ooh. Yo, jumped right past me. What's happening? Aside from me Todorokiing your ass. My hero, bitch. Fucked. Boom. That's why I love that ability. That is awesome. Yes, Ambihextrous. The puns never end. This game is full of all sorts of ridiculous puns and nonsense. I did pick up recently, also off camera, guys. I did pick up this. This bad boy right here. Boom. Nah, 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 nah. It's a giant, dope-ass weapon. But it's pretty good, because it's the strongest I've seen so far. It does 1,200. It's got a slow attack speed. But nobody cares. It's the walking banshee of edginess. It gets a minus 10% attack speed, which is, nobody cares about that. It gets plus 10% melee damage, plus 30% crit damage, and it gives status effects to everything else. I haven't even put an enchantment on it yet. By the way, you can enchant things. Over 1,000. I'm not making that up. There's over a different combinations, styles, and abilities. There's over 1,000 different combinations. Some skills, like the Gelatinous Cube, I've seen the Gelatinous Cube spell. The strongest version I've seen of it is one that shoots out like 1,000 Gelatinous Cubes at once. But keep in mind that could have also been a modified spell, so there's no telling if that's legit or not. Yeah, it varies. It's all crazy shit. It's good fun though. Good fun. I have a lot of fun playing this game. I've beaten it twice already, and I still find myself coming back to it every day, just going and having fun with it. Because even after you beat the story, the side quest, this is the first game where I'm like, I'd rather play the side quest than try to follow that main story right now. The side quests are interesting because they have normal side quest and then they have story-driven side quest, like a D&D game, where talking to certain NPCs and talking to certain characters actually progresses you further into the open world. Like some spots in the overworld map, like in this overworld map, certain areas you can't get to unless you actually talk to an NPC and get a side quest, and then that side quest allows you to access a different part in the overworld. Like, for example, up here, if you go up past Karnak's Wall, and we go over here, up into the left, top left corner of, next to the pyramid, right here. If you look straight ahead of me, the top of that hill where that gate's at, there was a guy standing right here at this camp, and he was like, hey, I want to learn a spell. He had a side quest. Well, his side quest gives him the ability to basically sand bend, and so he causes this to slide down and slope so you can actually walk up it, and then boom, you can access the scroll. I think there was like a dice up here and stuff. Oh. Boom. Also, this is the overworld. Kinda. This is like the hub, not necessarily the hub area, but this is how you get from different parts, get to different parts of the map. Like here, here's Sunfang Oasis, which is a different area that you can go into. You can also get what's called random encounter. Picture it like, if you will, Final Fantasy back in the day. Remember how, like, in Final Fantasy, you had the overworld you would walk around in, and then random encounters would pop up, and you'd have to do a monster battle? Yeah, then it'll go, yeah, you go into, like, third person, here's your big-headed character that wanders around the map, and those things you saw beforehand that I was punching away, those were random encounters. See that? Random enemy encounter. If I let him touch me, it's gonna put me in an area where I gotta fight a bunch of enemies and kill them, and I'll get loot at the end of it. But I didn't want to do that because it's tedious. Yeah, if you don't want to do the random encounters, the game allows you to just melee them away. So, like, so say you don't feel like fighting a bunch of randoms, boom. You can even melee them away before they spawn in. As soon as you start seeing that a little effect happen, like they're about to pop up, just melee at it, disappears. You don't have to encounter them. And I mean, the encounters are good if you want loot. I don't want loot. I have loot. I have all the loot. I want adventure. I want murder. I want a challenge. So that's why with this character I've been 100%ing everything. Whack. Nope. So if you go to the overworld map, here's your overworld map. It's literally a piece of paper. We're at 86% of the Wonderlands completed out of 100. Yeah. Oh, it's a great game. I'm glad you're sold on it. And if you ever need help with anything, but please don't hesitate to ask. I'm always here to help. I'm not an expert by any means of the word, but I've played enough of this game to know that it's worth it. This, though, this was new and recently added. This is the Dreamvale Overlook. Dreamvale Overlook, in layman's terms, is a hub area for DLC, and it pisses me off so much. We don't need a hub area for DLC. We just need a decent DLC, you fucks. Excuse me. So I've already dropped all the bridges. Wow, I've done a lot. I don't know how to feel about that, guys. Also, guys, if you like what you see, make sure to share this with your on your social medias and stuff. We try to get the channel out there more. I'm even willing to, I've been trying to go as far because I am very close to my sub goal for the year, because I've been at this for the last since COVID started. I started my YouTube channel around 2019, 2020, and it's taken me this long to get this far, but I'm almost at 100, and I'm super hyped about it. I just need 6 more people to hit that subscribe button, and that'll make my year. But yeah, so I've also contemplated riding, so I drive a Mini Cooper, and I thought about decking my Mini Cooper out with my YouTube channel name to try to get, like, as I'm driving to work and stuff, it'd just be good advertising for the channel. Because, I mean, at least, if anything, it gets people to look, and they go check it out, and they'll maybe subscribe, and maybe not. You never know. But I think I'm going to try something like that. But yeah, guys, I always have to mention it in the videos and the live streams. If you don't mind, even if you don't subscribe, I get it. This may not be your cup of tea. You know, that's fine. But if you don't mind just hitting that share button to Facebook or whatever, just trying to get the channel out there a little bit more, get more people to watch, and maybe more people will subscribe. Because I'd love to make this my full-time job. My wife finally realized. She watched me play SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated Edition last night. She's not that much of a gamer. I am. I've been playing for the last 20-something years. She sat down and actually watched me play a game, and she never understood fully, like, how gaming works. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Alex. I appreciate that. But I get it. Oh, dude, back in the day, man. You speak. I'm almost 30. So I get what you're saying of the early days of World of Warcraft. I remember. Oh, I remember the Lich I was playing around the first expansion, and my favorite was the Lich one. That was cool. But sadly, I was not able to play for very long. I tried to get back around Mr. Pandaria because pandas, but all my friends gave me crap because it was like, it's Kung Fu Panda. It's like, I get it. Nobody's gonna want fighting pandas, but hey, well, you know, what can I say? Fighting pandas seems pretty dope. Burning Crusades is good, yes. Oh yeah, fuck. Some of the like earlier days of World of Warcraft. The fact that World of Warcraft's still going and is also one of Blizzard's best IPs that they've come out with in the last like 20 years is sad though. No, Cataclysm. Oh, God. I remember that, yeah, because didn't it go Miss Pandaria, then Cataclysm? I remember because a buddy of mine gave me his copy of the expansion for Cataclysm, so I could get it. I still have, Alex, the old, you remember back in the day, Walmart used to sell the little guides for the game of World of Warcraft. Like, you could get the base game and like some guides and a month's membership or a couple weeks trial as a bundle pack. I still have those. Oh, like from Warcraft, like the original islands from Warcraft. Shout out to anybody that remembers Warcraft. A lot of people think, I know a good generation of kids out there that think they think that it started with World of Warcraft. No, it started with Warcraft, the original like strategy, real-time strategy game. It was real-time strategy, wasn't it? Oh, none of my new spells have any enchants on them. Let's get some enchants on them. I think putting an enchant on it takes off the favorite mark, though. It does. But enchanting it gives it more value. I also have a Necklace of the Bard that gives me 30% luck, but also has me get hurt because of bad luck. Oh, dude. I remember being in high school, and when I was in ROTC, all the computers in the ROTC room had every version of Warcraft on them. So, if you had ROTC first period, you were in luck, because having ROTC first period meant your free time could be spent playing Warcraft, and that shit was my jam. Oh man, good old days, being young. Now I can't move a certain way without my body trying to kill me. What baffles me too is at my job we hire teenagers as servers, and so these servers are sitting there like, oh, I can't wait to grow up, I can't wait to move out, and I was like, no, don't say that. You don't want that. Nobody should ever want to grow up or move out. That is a nightmare. Because the real world's out there, and the real world gives zero fucks about your feelings, and that shit's not fun. Yeah, a lot of things, you know, I don't know why my brain just goes, let's talk spiritually with these people for a minute. These people don't care about spirituality or anything like that. They just want to see me play video games, which is cool. It's cool, because I only want to play video games. Hey, so is my boss. The guy, I have a boss who also is named Alex, who is like close to your age. It's weird. Oh, more shields. More shields. Alright, so that's all that. Oh, enchant and re-enchant your gear. Cool. That's what's up. So yeah, after, like, okay, so toward end game you have, what's the Chaos Chambers, but that shit gets hard. Like, fucking redonkulous hard. And now when I say that, the reason I say that, because there's a secret boss. Alright, so there's a secret boss that is almost impossible for me to beat right now. Oh, yeah, spirituality. But yeah, it's, you know, I feel like that's something I can provide to people when they come to my channel, is a little weird spirituality from my perspective. Like, for example, don't grow up. It's a trap. I tell people that all the time. I tell the young audience and all of my friends that are younger, I tell them,
There's a burning little bugger.
Don't grow up too fast. Extended featured run. Hope you went to the bathroom. I think I did that already. But yeah, because growing up's not fun. While you're a kid, nobody's expecting you to pay bills. Nobody's expecting you to contribute in that way. Ah. Gotcha. That sounds about right, because they're popping up on my PlayStation, and then I'm not having the comments displayed on the side because it looks bad. I've got my laptop next to me, and I'm reading them as they pop up in the chat. So like I'm watching on I just use my laptop to monitor all of it. Why did I have to get the one with all the flying guys? What the heck? Oh yeah, this sniper shoots roses.
You won't be needing that. Spells are up.
And this shotgun makes arrows rain from above. Nope. Back up. Back up. Back up. Not today. I'm gonna try to slide. Slide, damn it. Why are you no slide? Death save, baby! Finish enemies with melee. Why? Fine. Yeah, I love how it says finish enemies with melee. All the enemies are flying. Yeah, just in the encounter. I'm not gonna get that bonus dice. Don't care. Whack. Whack. Thank you. So this is the Chaos Chamber. Oh. Gotcha. But yes, this is the Chaos Chamber. This is what you can do afterwards. Do you want loot or buff? I'm gonna go with the buff. Get a blessing. So, the Chaos Chambers have a secret boss. I'm not activating that again. It's hard, it's a pain in the butt, and not fun. If you want to check that out, I did, in a later live stream, I did try to take on the secret boss. Not fun, super hard. I recommend it. It's actually super easy once you figure out the boss's weakness. But even then, when I figured out the boss's weakness, there was not a whole lot I could do.
You turned away.
Because, like, it's hard enough just to get it to expose its weakness. It was not fun. I had my butt handed to me several times. Oh, cool. Cool. Follow this right here. Put it on the ground and stomp it. Bam. What's up, demon boys? Oh, that's a lot of trolls. No, thank you. Go away, trolls. No trolls. Thank you.
Ah, that's the good stuff.
How much did I like Borderlands 3? A lot. And then not at all at the same time, if that makes sense. I know this is going to go, you know, a little late. Hey, Dark Harvest of Souls, what's happening? But yes, Borderlands 3, I've probably sunk way too many hours into that game. Like, someday I'll show off all my character. I'll show off my character on there, but personally, I have no interest in ever revisiting that game, sadly. I beat it. It bored me. Nothing further to do past, you know, having a bunch of maxed out level 75 characters. I was over it. Like, I've got 3 maxed out characters on that game. I had a maxed out character before they increased the level cap. That's how much I played that game. Like, I maxed out Black before they increased the level. So it was fun, and then it wasn't fun anymore. I also didn't like how they gave out legendaries like candy. My friend, you play BL2. We should team up sometime. I have 6. But to be fair, in my defense, all 6 of those characters, I did not legitimately actually max them out. I had a buddy help me out. He's got a modified account. He drops every perfect item that I want, and he has me melee one dude, and it maxes out my character's level. But in my defense, Borderlands 2 probably is the toughest game to max out a character because it now goes up to level 80. And you can only do so much in the first and second playthrough. The third playthrough of Ultimate Vault Hunter mode literally requires everything to be slagged, and you have to like farm for so much gear. I'm sorry, I didn't feel like going and farming for magic missiles at level 80, so I just had my buddy drop some. But if you ever want if you want more maxed out characters in BL2, I can hook you up. I have a friend that can max out any character and drop any gear you want. Yes, if your character's level maxes out at 50 and or 60, that's the non-DLC level. So they released 2 DLCs and a level cap. 2 DLCs, level cap increased. The 5th DLC, which is what they gave away for free for like a week to 2 weeks before Borderlands 3 dropped, which blew me away because they made a 5th DLC for Borderlands 2 like 2 weeks before the fucking 3rd game releases because they had to wrap up a bunch of stuff for the story that they were telling in Borderlands 3. So that's what happened, and they increased it to now the level cap is 80. Well, yeah. Yes, it is. But Kaizo Crystal. That's like quartz. But yes, I've been known to do. Keep in mind, my friend has a save. It's a character save. It's literally all it is. It's a maxed out character save that he downloaded off the internet, and he just drops everything, deletes the character, and re-downloads it each time. He never loses anything. He keeps all the same stuff. He does it for a bunch of people. He just does it for people who want to play the more challenging side of BL2 without having to grind out all that stuff. Because grinding out all that gear and everything else takes some time. I've spent roughly, at the most, I've probably spent maybe like 8 hours trying to get a double penetrating Unkempt Herald. Yes, it is laziness. I never said I was not lazy. I've legitimately done 100% of this game, or trying to at least. But no, that I will openly admit, I was just lazy. I didn't feel like trying to like get a maxed out character. But I do have some characters that I don't touch, that I'm still personally working on myself. But most of the time when it comes to like Borderlands 2 and the first one, I don't play them on my PS4 anymore. I mostly just play them on my Switch. Because playing them on the Switch is a lot better. It's not better, it's just I like the portability. And those are some games that I wouldn't mind playing legitimately on there. Because there's no way to modify them, there's no way to do anything like that. Yeah, very true. But I am very limited on my time. I'm the type of person, I try to squeeze as much out of a day and everything I can possibly do. That's why when I work a job, my job, I go in at 2. And then I work all night. But I don't have to be up as early as I get up. Most days, I'm up around 7:30, 6 o'clock, depending on what time I went to sleep that night before. I go to bed and I get up that early, even though I don't work until at night, because I want to have time to do stuff in the mornings. That's why my recording schedule changes depending on where I work. When I worked a normal 9 to 5 job, I would upload every day at like 5 o'clock. From 5 to 7, I would record something or upload something. And since I don't go in till later in the afternoon, now I just play from like 8 till like 12.
Energy sapped.
Ow. Hey, look, it's Big Shoulder.
Back on the menu.
Let's get this. Nope. Nope. Yep. Easy fix. There we go. Got that corner. Jesus. Let's go grab these crystals. So in the Chaos Chambers, you want to collect crystals, because this is how you're going to get legendaries. Let's go ahead and... Oop, free health. Free ammo. And let's go ahead and get our action skill. We got a myth rank, baby! We got something in Deadeye. I've been putting it in gun damage, because gun damage doesn't have like a cap. You can just keep putting points and points and points into gun damage, but I think what we're going to do now is go fire rate, because I only have 3 points into fire rate. With this though, Druid being your first one. Hey man, I appreciate it. You are absolutely right. A subscriber is a subscriber, and it means the world to me. Shout out to Alex for the subscription. Appreciate it, man. You were the 95th subscriber, and I will remember that. I will always remember that. I appreciate the people's support. I've got people that have watched my channel back when I did Minecraft. That one guy, he's a moderator of mine. He doesn't show up often. That's a lie. He doesn't stick around long, but I get what you're saying. He's a subscriber. He watches, he'll come in, say hi, and then he goes about his day. He checks in. He sees that I go live. He stops by, says hi, and then he goes, you know, on with his life. But he found my channel back when I was doing Minecraft. For a good time there, I was doing like Minecraft Realms and stuff. I had a server that everybody was playing on, but that cost money, and I am a broke mofo. So I had to let the server go, and a lot of people out.damn.
Let's see how you
What's it
handle
do?
it.
Side effect damage against enemies is reduced by... Okay. But yeah. But he still checks in from time to time. That's why when people offer me stuff for this game, I do not take it. I've had people ask, it's like, hey man, I can hook you up with some modded weapons. I was like, I'm good. I don't ever go for the modded weapons in this game. Oh, these things are level 45. This is probably the one game I've done legitimately. And keep in mind, I typically try to play through a game legit first before I do any modifications or alterations to anything. And so with Borderlands 3, that's exactly what I did. I made sure to max out my character. He was like, before I modified my main character, I had maxed out his stats. I maxed out everything that I could legitimately, you know, max level and all that in Borderlands 3. But after a while I got bored and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Let's get casting and blasting. Out. Damn.
And that's what I've done with this game. I've legitimately played through all of this and beaten everything. Ah. Why? Bad shark. Don't taste me. Don't taste good, I promise you. I taste like death.
Death and despair.
Ta-da. And dice break. Crystals got. Make sure we grab all the crystals. Every crystal counts. Because trust me, toward the end of the Chaos Chamber, you're going to want all the crystals. Oh. I did not think to look for the... Give me a second, guys. I'll show you guys what I mean by finding the blue. You have to find blue rune marks on the walls. If you find a blue rune mark, activate it, and do the task it wants you to do, and you can unlock a special portal at the end of the Chaos Run. Right here. There it is. Yep. You find something like this. You go up to it, it says activate. You activate it. It comes over here. It activates this. We get to go stand in this now.
I'll take that.
Which then triggers one of these to follow me. You're going to want to let this follow you. See what I mean? And you're going to let it follow you over here. I'm going to jump a bit to try to get it to come up some. So I don't want it hitting the stairs. Come over here. You get this ball. And the goal is you got to get it like close to this. Break it. See what I did? You guys see that, right? So if you did that correctly, if I'm not mistaken, literally the only step you have to do. So you break that, you find the blue rune, you get that ball to go near that and break it. And then just carry on throughout this like normal. I'm gonna go here. I am gonna take a quick pause real quick, guys. Yeah, true. If it didn't take so long for me to download Borderlands 3, I'd break out Borderlands 3 and show that off. But you guys can easily check out some of the modded stuff on my character. And the legit playthroughs I did. Like, I did a legitimate playthrough of Zane, where I tried to do like a snowdrift Zane build. That was a challenge, but I will be right back. BRB. It's a good time in the stream to go get some popcorn or candy or use the bathroom or do whatever you guys need to do. Alright, I'm back, chat. So, very hard, good sir. You have to have patience, time, and skill. And I'm garbage at all of that. Sorry if I'm reading that comment late. But yeah, I typically try to play through a game legitimately as best I can. Just Borderlands 2, I've played it so long and through so many years. I gave up on trying to do that game legitimately a long time ago.
Thanks for that.
Because something would always come up. I'd either have to buy a new PlayStation, or like my shit would break, or something would happen and I would just be SOL. There we go. Death save, baby. That's what I was hoping for. Jesus.
I'll give you.
Piss off, you crab. They are just all out to get me today.
See what happens?
Yeah, but no, everything in this game I've done legitimately. The gear, the guns, everything I've farmed for. So that's the thing, farming takes forever.
Can't wait to throw some
Yo,
spin.
I know about the grinding of legendaries. That shit takes forever. If you guys look on a previous live stream I did of Tiny Tina's Wonderland, I tried to grind out for the liquid cooler pistol, and I probably sat here for, I want to say probably a good 2.5 hours trying to grind out the gun. Didn't get it from the grind. I ended up getting it from the Chaos Chambers. Why you running, Skelly man?
But really, I feel he rescued
I throw God. My Odin.
You're looking for trouble. You found it.
Ow.
Bad luck or bad choices. Good for what else?
What the hell? Am I really out of ammo? And I'm dead. Oh yeah, that dopamine rush when you're playing and you're farming and you've been farming for several hours and you finally hear that that sound that they've made the legendaries make now. Oh, what pisses me off though is when I hear that sound coming from purples. I was like, I didn't know. Purples should not make similar sounds to legendaries. Come on, do the thing, gun. Do the thing. Ah, now you do the thing right after I'm about to die. Yep, nope. Ice ball corner. Fuck off, floating asshole. Damn it, Frost buddy. I swear to God. Just let me die. There's nothing for me to kill. It does. Yes, it does. This has been a lot of fun, though. I think after this Chaos Chamber run, I'm just gonna loot up. I'm not gonna do the secret boss fight because I don't have patience. I want to, but at the same time I don't want to because stay back.
Ha! You fell
A
for
close
it.
range enemy will
Classic hero
attach
bait.
damaging elemental beams to you. Oh. What? Where's the other one? Did I not? I guess I didn't do it right. I guess not. No, I did. I'm dumb. This is the final fight. After this guy, something else will pop up. You guys will see. Hold on. Alright, so we got ammo now, so we now have... Don't need that. Reload this. Go here.
Still time to run the other way. Out. Damn. Thanks for that.
They're too close. They're here. Way too close. Go away.
Tell the Reaper I sent you. Get back. Well, that's going for you.
Go away. Go away. Nope. There we go. Ooh. Oh man, that was hard. There it is. Boom. There it is. We did it right. Later on, man. Thank you for checking out the live stream. So, for the guys, for everybody watching this, when this is like up later as an old episode or whatever. So basically, what we did with the portal, the reason I activated that blue rune like I did, is because we now have the option of collecting loot. If you go through the yellow portal, you can go collect your loot and turn in all your crystals, or you can take the red portal, and that'll lead you to a boss fight. I'm gonna be a chicken shit today, and we're just gonna take the yellow portal. I just want to, because the thing is if you die so many times in that boss fight, you lose all your stuff. And I've unlocked Chaos level 4 already, so I'd rather get the Chaos levels and the loot. Ah! We got a new SMG. Is it the same SMG I'm holding? Yes, it is. They are the exact same, except this one's worse. Alright, so now we have 1,400 to put into... I need to put it into melee weapons. I need better melee weapons. Legendary. Nothing. Let's try that again. Legendary. Yeah! Double legendary. That's not a melee weapon. That is a melee weapon. We got a frying pan of remorselessness. Oh, I did not mean to equip that. Oh no. Game, that's not what I wanted to do. Go back, go back, go back. I don't want that. I don't want that. Give me back my really good melee weapon. Thank you. Frying pans are cool, but they're not the best. The reason I say that is because the frying pan, it deflects bullets when you're meleeing somebody. And if it's holstered, it deflects bullets from behind. But I'm not going to use it. What else did we get? We got... Ooh. Did we get another one? Oh my god, we got another one. Get that out of the way. The exact same. We got a walking banshee of edginess. Literally the exact same. Stat for stat, baby. Stat for stat. Nice. That's disappointing. And since we can't take any of these with us, classes that I'm not going to use. Ta-da! And that's it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope everybody enjoyed the live stream today. I've had a lot of fun doing this. And shout out to Alex and Dark Harvester of Souls for tuning into the live stream. And as always, shout out to Anime 101 for being a true supporter of the channel and stopping by and saying hi every day. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, like it, and share this with your friends. There's always more uploads coming. Thinking about doing some collaboration stuff with my wife. See if she'll get on camera and we'll do some husband and wife stuff on YouTube or whatever. Just fun things. Stay tuned for more episodes and let me know in the comments below or on the channel what you guys want to see in the future, and I'll make it happen. This is Big John saying later on.